The Forma Urbis is a huge marble map of the city of Rome. It was made in about 200 AD, and it had pretty much every major building. About 10% of the map survives today, so it tells us a lot about how the city was laid out. We visited on a rainy day, and we were really surprised to be the only ones there. The map is set up under glass on the floor, so you can walk on top of it and get a really close look. We really enjoyed going through the different sites that we had already seen. There are a few pieces of the Colosseum, which is really neat. And then further to the south are even more parts of the western side of the Circus Maximus. Here I have a video along the side of the Via Aventino looking towards the Palatine, which is the parts that are on the map. And then even most of the Theater of Marcellus is there. The theater's now apartments, but the bottom levels are well preserved because they were buried under mud for about 1,000 years. On our last visit, we stayed in the Testaccio neighborhood, where the map shows the Porticus Aemilia, which was a huge vaulted warehouse for storing and distributing stuff coming up the Tiber. And if you go to Testaccio, here are the remains. It's only one arcade, so based on that and the map, this must have been a pretty impressive building. By the way, if you go to Testaccio, I suggest you stop in Linari Bakery. It opens at 6 a.m., which is kind of unique, and it's great for stocking up on caffeine and pastries before heading to Ostia Antica or Tivoli. Anyway, if you keep going up the Tiber, you pass the Tiber Island with part of the Ponto Fabrico and then just a hint of the Ponte Cestio. These are functional bridges, so you can walk across them in a day, which is a lot of fun. Then you pass the Theater of Marcellus, as I said, which is still there, the Circus Flaminius, which is largely gone, and then you hit the temples of Largo Argentina, which are still very well preserved. Folks may have their favorite, but I like the Round Temple myself. Then that takes you to the Theater of Pompey, where Julius Caesar was killed. I was initially a little skeptical that 10% of the map would make the visit interesting, but I was definitely wrong. It was a lot of fun standing on top of the map, wandering around, and then getting down on your hands and knees and looking at things. We had a lot of fun seeing things that we'd already visited, so I'd suggest maybe holding off a little bit till later in your trip after you have a better sense for the geography, and then it's a lot more enjoyable. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and put comments down in the chat if there's some area of Rome that you'd like me to cover. I have tons of raw footage and pictures, so there's a good chance that what you're interested in, I already have, and I could go ahead and put something together. So, see you soon.